Massive deployment of rapid action force in Sambhal. Uttar Pradesh police remain deployed in good strength. Is it aimed at installing electricity meters and checking power theft?
पर्याप्त पुलिस बल उपलब्ध कराया गया है जिससे किसी भी प्रकार की स्थिति से हम लोग निपट सकें और इसके लिए पुलिस बल तैयार है। विद्युत विभाग को कुछ इनपुट मिला था जिसके संदर्भ में उनके द्वारा चेकिंग की जा रही है।
Samajwadi Party MP's house in the eye of a storm. Samajwadi Party chief Akhilesh Yadav jumps to his defense.
जानबूझ करके अपमानित कर रहे हैं वहाँ के लोगों को, खासकर मुसलमान भाइयों के घरों में छापा पाड़ रहे हैं, सांसद के भी घर में पहुंचे। उनके ऊपर भी मैं तो कहूंगा कि भारतीय जनता पार्टी और खासकर मुख्यमंत्री जी अपने भारतीय जनता पार्टी के लोगों की भी जांच करें।
बीजेपी लॉन्चेस अ स्विफ्ट काउंटर अटैक।
मैं मुख्यमंत्री को धन्यवाद दूंगा कि कोई भी मामला आता जांच के आते हैं तो कितने बड़े रसूखदार हों उनके खिलाफ कार्रवाई होती है, सजा भी होती है, जो जैसा किया रहेगा वैसा बनेगा।
Communal undercurrents flare up in Sambhal. That's our top focus on India First. A case has now been filed against Samajwadi Party member of parliament from Sambhal, Zia-ur-Rehman Barkh, for alleged power theft. The electricity department arrived at his house, and when the electricity department arrived, they were flanked by the rapid action force and the Uttar Pradesh police on either side. A list was drawn of the number of air conditioners and other electrical appliances operational at his residence, and the administration insists that for the past several months, the electricity consumption is not commensurate with the sanctioned load and the appliances installed. We get you more on that big political undercurrents in Sambhal. I'm Gaurav Sawant. We get you much more on that story, but there's breaking news that's coming in, and this breaking news story is coming in from the national capital. Delhi police sources are telling India Today that a first information report, an FIR, has been filed against leader of opposition in Lok Sabha, Rahul Gandhi. A case has been filed against Rahul Gandhi for that alleged assault that's taken place on at least two members of parliament of the Bharatiya Janata Party near the Makar Dwar of the Sansad, and sources are telling India Today that this FIR has been filed under various sections of the Bharatiya Nyay Sanhita or the BNS. Rahul Gandhi has been charged with criminal intimidation. He's been accused of using criminal force. He's also accused of causing grievous hurt. But what we are told, that complaint that was made by BJP leaders, including Anurag Thakur and Basari Swaraj, when they went and met Delhi Police, New Delhi District Chief, also included attempt to murder. That was the complaint. But clearly, it appears that that hasn't found legal, legal backing from the legal department of the Delhi police. And let me get Piyush Mishra for more on this big story. Piyush, what more can you tell us? And that attempt to murder that was being claimed, that clearly doesn't appear to be the case here.
Well, Gaurav, there are various sections of BNS under which this FIR has been filed. Remember that today, earlier in the day, three BJP MPs led by Anurag Thakur had approached Delhi police where they had given out a complaint against Rahul Gandhi. In that particular complaint, they had requested Delhi police to look into all the security cameras of parliament, and also they had mentioned about the electronic media coverage. They had also mentioned about the various sections like section 109, 115, 117, 125 and various other sections they had mentioned in their complaint letter. What we are now learning from our sources is that Delhi police have filed an FIR. This entire complaint copy has now been converted into FIR, which is going to be a problematic for leader of opposition Rahul Gandhi. But one thing very important to highlight is that Delhi police can further, investigate the case or even, take actions against Rahul Gandhi only after the approval of Lok Sabha Speaker Om Birla, because Rahul Gandhi is not only leader of opposition but also sitting member of parliament. So there are some technical things on which Delhi police will have to work. But yes, sources are telling us that the complaint which was given by BJP MPs against Rahul Gandhi to Delhi police has now been converted into FIR. Gaurav.
There was also another complaint, and that was made on the floor of the House in Rajya Sabha by a BJP MP from Nagaland, Ms. Konyak. Do we have any details of progress in that case, if at all?
Well, as far as this case is concerned, Gaurav, Rajya Sabha Chairperson Jagdeep Dhankar has made it very clear that he is looking into all the details of this complaint and will certainly take actions in this complaint. Also, remember that BJP's national president and leader of the House had also raised this matter while the parliament was underway, and Ms. Konyak had spoken exclusively to India Today, where she had detailed out the entire incident. As of now, Dhankar has said, Vice President and Chairman of Rajya Sabha has said that he is looking into the complaint, and very soon we will be updated about the actions which Rajya Sabha Chairperson is taking.
Any details available of the counter complaint that was filed by the Congress party on the assault that had taken place, or the alleged assault that had taken place on Mallikarjun Kharge?
Well, as far as Congress's complaint is concerned, as of now, Delhi police are still looking into that complaint. They have not filed FIR or converted that into any kind of FIR. But yes, the complaint which was given by BJP, that has certainly been converted into FIR.
Keep tracking that story. I will come back to you for more. Piyush, for the moment, many thanks for joining me. Let me now get to our top focus story, and that multi-pronged administrative offensive or administrative drive on at Sambhal in Uttar Pradesh after that court-mandated survey team and the police were targeted by a mob in Sambhal in November. So there's now an anti-encroachment drive, there's an anti-power theft drive, and there is a team of the Archaeological Survey of India that will begin its task on Friday at the site where 2 additional temples, old temples, were found after being locked up for close to 50 years. But in midst of all of this, in the eye of a storm is Sambhal Samajwadi Party MP Zia-ur-Rehman Barkh, and he's facing multiple allegations. And this time, one of those allegations are also of power theft, and this has led to a big political debate. Shweta Singh and Arvind Ojha on Ground Zero with this report.
Massive police deployment. Rapid action force on standby. And overall security heightened. On Thursday, a team from the Uttar Pradesh Electricity Department arrived at the residence of Samajwadi Party MP Zia-ur-Rehman Barkh, sparking massive uproar. The power supply to his residence was disconnected after officials discovered alleged tampering with 2 electricity meters. 83 bulbs, 19 fans, 3 ACs, 16.5 thousand watts electricity consumption. Yet, his annual electricity bills recorded no usage. This raised serious questions as Barkh also serves as the chairman of the district इलेक्ट्रिसिटी कमेटी।
आपको बता दें कि जिया-उर-रहमान जिला विद्युत परिषद के अध्यक्ष भी हैं। उनका काम बिजली चोरी रोकने का है, लेकिन आरोप है कि वही बिजली चोरी कर रहे थे, जिसके बाद ये जिया-उर-रहमान बर्क का घर है। घर की बिजली का कनेक्शन काट दिया गया है। फिलहाल घर में बिजली नहीं है, क्योंकि लगातार जो जिया-उर-रहमान बर्क हैं वो बिजली चोरी कर रहे थे।
The electricity department removed the old meters, sealed them and sent them for lab test. An FIR was filed against Barkh under Section 135 of the Anti-Power Theft Act. FIR also named Barkh's father, Mamluk-ur-Rehman Barkh, for allegedly threatening officials.
सबको पता है कि इस समय बिजली चोरी के विरुद्ध अभियान चल रहा है, तो उसी क्रम में ही हम लोग जा रहे हैं। तो उसमें तो सभी को सहयोग करना चाहिए, इसमें एजिटेशन वाली कोई बात नहीं। सभी जगह ये पाया, एक तो प्रॉपर मीटर्स नहीं लगे पाए गए बहुत जगह, और जो स्मार्ट मीटर है बहुत पहले से आ गए हैं, लेकिन वो अभी तक इनके यहाँ लगे ही नहीं है।
On the heavy police deployment, police said that they arrived after the electricity department sought police presence, citing possible unrest.
अभी विद्युत कर्मियों द्वारा मौखिक रूप से बताया गया है कि श्री ममलुकुर रहमान जी द्वारा उन्हें धमकी दी गई, उनके परिवार को धमकी दी गई है। इस संदर्भ में तहरीर उनके द्वारा दी जा रही है। तहरीर के आधार पर सुसंगत धाराओं में अभियोग पंजीकृत किया जाएगा, साथ ही साक्ष्य के क्रम में अग्रिम कार्रवाई की जाएगी।
उन्हीं के अधिकारियों ने किया है, खेल तो उन्हीं के अधिकारियों का है। मुख्यमंत्री जी ने खेल अपने अधिकारियों के माध्यम से खेला है और अधिकारी बचने के लिए लगातार इस तरह का खेल कर रहे हैं, जानबूझ करके अपमानित कर रहे हैं वहां के लोगों को, खासकर मुसलमान भाइयों के घरों में छापा पाड़ रहे हैं, महिलाओं को अपमानित कर रहे हैं और आज सुनने में आया कि सांसद के भी घर में पहुंचे हैं।
मैं मुख्यमंत्री को धन्यवाद दूंगा कि कोई भी मामला आता जांच के आते हैं तो कितने बड़े रसूखदार हों उनके खिलाफ कार्रवाई होती है, सजा भी होती है। जो जैसा किया रहेगा वैसा भरेगा। जो हमारे यहाँ एक कहावत है, जैसा कर्म वैसा भरण, तो जैसा किया रहेगा वैसा उसको भरना पड़ेगा।
Barkh, a prime accused in the recent Sambhal mosque violence, has remained in the spotlight. On November 24th, Sambhal witnessed massive clashes over a court-ordered survey of a mosque, leading to the death of 4 people. The violence stemmed from a petition claiming that a temple was demolished by the Mughals to construct the mosque. The clashes shook the region, with accusations flying between political parties. Police alleged Barkh incited the violence for political gains. However, the MP and his party countered the accusations, blaming the BJP for orchestrating the unrest to fuel communal tension. The latest row comes amid the Archaeological Survey of India's scheduled visit on December 20th to Sambhal to conduct carbon dating of the 2 Hanuman temples and a well that were recently found. In one of these temples, idols of Shiva and Nandi were also recovered. Bureau Report, India Today.
Join me on India First is Sharad Trivedi, spokesperson of the BJP. Ghanshyam Tiwari represents the Samajwadi Party. Dr. Vikram Singh is former DGP of Uttar Pradesh. Mr. Tiwari, Zia-ur-Rehman Barkh is not only in the eye of a storm over what happened in November, by the targeting of the police by alleged rioters. There are now added cases of power thefts. A fresh FIR under Section 135 of the Electricity Act 2003. The BJP says being an MP does not give authority to break the law.
Good evening, Gaurav, to you, my fellow co-panelists and the viewers. We are in a strange situation. One, in the parliament, when MPs after MPs, across party lines, accuse the UP government of being directly involved in conspiracy and murder of 5 innocent people. In the debates in the parliament, whether it is Lok Sabha or Rajya Sabha, this was a charge made out on BJP government in Uttar Pradesh. Not one member of parliament from BJP stood up and opposed it. In fact, they almost stood by and took it like a badge of honor, that a party is taking in the parliament a badge of honor of killing 5 innocent people. What is the nature of this party? I quote the India Today article that says, 20-year-old murder case against Yogi Adityanath dismissed. When was this case dismissed? After he became the chief minister. Another India Today article quotes, when he became the chief minister, the serious criminal charges, 153A, 295, 506, 307. These are the criminal charges against the chief minister himself when he was made the chief minister. This is the party who has the notoriety of making a terror accused candidate for member of parliament, Sadhvi Pragya. This is the party that is today filing a case against Rahul Gandhi, but stood like Hanuman for the Prime Minister, and Amit Shah stood like Hanuman for Braj Bhushan Sharan Singh as the Delhi police stepped like Kumbhakaran. So for BJP to create new conspiracies, the last time I was on your debate, the erudite Vikram Singh ji debated at length about how a bullet from Pakistan had been found on Sambhal. That story is missing. The erudition is missing. How much patience should people of India show as a sitting government conspires against the people, keeps coming up with conspiracy theories, keeps ignoring the fact that murder accused, riots accused, terror accused become their CMs, MPs, while cases like electricity theft are pointed out. My final point
Good point. Sir, I'll come back to you for your additional point.
One second.
Uninterrupted. Initially, for your first statement, let me get Sharad Trivedi and Dr. Vikram Singh to respond to both the points you've made. Sharad Trivedi, respond to Samajwadi Party saying this is targeting their party MP and the people of Sambhal.
Gaurav, as far as the incident in Sambhal is concerned, the administration as police has made a categorical statement that not a single person has been hurt, much less killed, for any action whatsoever on behalf of the police or the administration. Nothing has been done which has hurt even a single person. It is a fight between these two groups which happened at the instigation of the local MP and MLA. They had the local fight because of which this incident happened. Here, this is a party where there was a saying in Mulayam Singh's hometown कि बिजली जाती नहीं है और बिल आता नहीं है. So this is that kind of party. The law is only something, a distant suggestion. It is something to be used like संविधान की हत्या हो जाएगी. That's kind of a statement that they use very often. This is the party, and the terror that they had created, the testimony to that is that we had to send 1,000 policemen just to make a survey of the place where the meter has been installed. Has it ever happened? Short of army, administration has been using every conceivable technique just to get to know what this person was up to. For 1 year, he was not paying a single rupee as electricity bill. He has been using electricity. You have already said that there have been 3 air conditioners and innumerable bulbs and other electrical gadgets. He has not been paying the tax. Azam Khan Sahab had taken.
Okay, give me a moment as we try to reestablish that link. But Dr. Vikram Singh, is this selective and arbitrary application of law to target opposition MPs? And what do you make of what many may describe is disproportionate use of force that RAF and local police and state police reserves have to be deployed just to install electricity meters?
Gaurav ji, good evening, and good evening, esteemed panelists. It's always a pleasure to listen to the learned Mr. Ghanshyam Tiwari ji. Being proactive, being vigilant is just by no stretch of imagination can be intimidation. In the backdrop of the ugly incident that took place, which saw the loss of lives, unfortunate loss of lives of 5 individuals, well, discretion is the better part of valor, and the police had better come out better this time so that there is no violence. What you talk of RAF, it's a matter of satisfaction that there are women officers, women SDMs, so that there is no wild accusation and wild allegations this time at least. To Mr. Ghanshyam Tiwari, the recovery of cartridges and the deaths, who murdered whom, is subject to judicial scrutiny by the Judicial Commission, as also a very transparent investigation. I take the strongest exception to the political remark that now even even members of parliament houses are being raided. Do you think for a moment that any member of parliament is absolved or has any immunity in respect of investigation? If he has committed a power theft, there's bound to be investigation, a fair investigation, and there is a 3-year imprisonment and fine, or both in case of 135 if found guilty. Now, in the backdrop of all the incontrovertible evidence that you have, by saying there are things that we should avoid best, taking the name of a particular committee that they are being targeted. I would have been very happy that the people sitting at the very senior positions in the country's polity would have said that those who are guilty should be taken to task, but nothing like this came. It gives the impression that perhaps that if a particular community is an accused or a member of parliament of your party is an accused, you choose to look the other way. People of my generation have zero tolerance to crime and criminality. Whoever be the person accused, first absolve yourself of the crime and then come back into the polity. Thank you.
Let me once again bring in Ghanshyam Tiwari. The fact that RAF had to be used, the fact that additional UP police teams had to be deployed in Sambhal just to crack down on power theft, does this, Mr. Tiwari, indicate the clout of those who are allegedly involved in power theft? That more forces were called in just to install a smart electricity meter. And is the Samajwadi Party, sir, trying to defend the indefensible?
Gaurav, penny wise, pound foolish is not just a proverb. It is like a mantra badge for Bharatiya Janata Party. The party, the Batenge Katenge party, and the erudite Vikram Singh spoke about people of his generation. I believe Prime Minister is a person of his generation. We talk about power theft. The greatest power theft that has played out when the American government, American judicial system indicted Adani. It was about power. It was about paying bribes so that consumers could be overcharged. The Prime Minister went missing from the Parliament. BJP did not allow the Parliament to function in this winter session. So when BJP goes out and installs these meters, they want to tell the people, then when Adani is involved, when he is indicted by the US justice system, Prime Minister can go missing, Parliament would be not allowed to run by the ruling party, yet they will make a pomp and show of electric meter. The party who created a Chandalo Dhandalo model, 13,000 crores of Chanda that they created through their electoral bonds and other ways in barely 10 years. So BJP has no place to hide, whether it is having terror accused as their MPs, whether it is criminal charges against Yogi Adityanath, whether it is Adani.
It's a serious charge that's being made, that it's all being very penny wise and pound foolish to recover a few hundred rupees of electricity or a few thousand. You're deploying RAF and you're making a show of targeting opposition MPs. Mr. Trivedi, can you hear me?
Arjun, it was a question for me. You see that, as I already said, that this is testimony to the terror network.
The terror network that this person and the party has created, that to get a meter installed, you have to send in 1,000 troops. This is the kind of terror network they've been creating. This is the party where the Chief Minister himself sends the MP Atiq Ahmed to beat up the Chairman Noida Authority. This is a party which has attempted to murder the Behan Mayawati. So this is a party which, for whom law is only a suggestion. Law is nothing to do to be followed. The Chief Minister himself threatens Anurag Thakur, the IG Lucknow range. So we have seen innumerable videos in Etawah and Saifai, their hometown, that there were cooler and air conditioners installed for the buffaloes out there. So these people have absolutely no regard for the legal system. They have no regard for justice system. I said on your channel yesterday that the Thana was running on a private land and the bakery was running on government land, and they all belong to their their cadre.
Okay. So the last 30 seconds I have on this part of the show, Dr. Vikram Singh, now there's an ASI team, an Archaeological Survey of India team that's been dispatched to Sambhal to work at the recently located temple. Sir, will this lead to another communal flare-up, or is this the need of the hour?
Certainly not. It is the need of the hour. The ASI team will do and also uncover the facts that need to come to the public and to the media as well. There is no question of any communal violence, because once bitten, twice shy. The people of Sambhal and the police are fully alert to the powers that be, and also what can be the consequences and fatal consequences if people were to go for a misadventure. Misadventure is not going to pay dividends to anyone. Therefore, anybody who is living in a fool's paradise, let it be known that the RAF and the administration is out. And if there's anyone who has, unless he has suicidal tendencies, he will not break the law.
I will let that be the last word on this part of the show. To all my guests, many thanks for joining me. As Dr. Vikram Singh said, it would be really dangerous for anyone who attempts to take law in his or her own hands, like we've seen in Sambhal earlier. We'll track that story closely. That is all I have for you on India First this evening.